Welcome to episode 137 of the Horror Dads podcast. You are joined by your hosts, John and Jamie, as always.
Hey.
And today is a super fun episode because we've got Ryan Francis, the character of Darren, the nerd from Thankskilling, joined us
So good
on the show. Yes, Thankskilling from 2008, cult classic, filmed in Ohio. We are Ohio boys. Ryan is also an Ohio boy, so it was really cool to talk with him. And we actually had a blast. Like, it's very difficult to, I think, listen to the discussion we just had and not smile.
dude. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna do our opening stuff at first. How you been, John? It's been since our Love of Fall episode.
Yeah, we've got post-Halloween depression sort of in,
Yeah.
not out of our bodies yet, but
What's your life look like post Halloween?
Oh, dude.
Like, what do you, as a horror man, as a horror dad, as a horror lover? What's your your go-to?
The day after Halloween is always super rough for me. This year, luckily, it was a
Dude,
Saturday.
It had a buffer zone, right?
Yeah.
So we could now I can kind of watch whatever I want. It's still Halloween. We just kind of call it the Halloween weekend or whatever you wanted to call that. Coin it.
Because of that, I think it was smoother than it traditionally is this year. Quite frankly.
When Halloween's on like a Tuesday and you wake up on that fucking Wednesday, you just want to cry.
So my daughter, my horror-loving daughter, one of the two of them, she stayed at a friend's house on Halloween night. Typically, as of last year, we watched the midnight hour. I did not watch the midnight hour on Halloween night. I waited till the following day and we watched it the next day, which was a lot of fun. So that was part of my recovery process, and we just had a nice time. Like, did a bonfire outside and whatnot. So yeah, it was great, man. But what about you? Are you recovered? How are you feeling post Halloween?
Yeah, so I typically do a little. It really depends on how I'm feeling. I went to some non-horror stuff. Got really into westerns.
Yeah, I actually watched a non-horror show too.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And then that's going to allude to kind of fade into what we've been watching, because
let's just jump to that.
Off of all the westerns I've been watching, I went to Bone Tomahawk because that makes sense. Like, I've been doing like the Sergio Leone, the Man in Black. Like I'm going back. Clint Eastwood OGs. So I did the Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More, Good Bad. Today I wrapped that up, and then I did Bone Tomahawk yesterday.
It's like a good way to get back into horror from westerns.
Yep, that was 2016. I think that movie came out. Kurt Russell hasn't done too much since, but dude, man, that movie is fucking good.
Christmas Chronicles, Jamie.
Yeah, there's those. But Kurt Russell, so good in that movie. Patrick Wilson
from
the dude from
Conjuring?
Insidious. Yeah. He's amazing in that. Honestly, great cast. The monster in that, the sort of beefed up Native American sort of monster human-ish thing. So, dude, gnarly.
It's scary, and that movie's the sound design is so intense, and it accompanies that like really graphic. It's very, very graphic. It's violent. It's bloody. It's gory. It's intense, man. That's a great film.
It is intense. Yeah, it's a chase, right? It's like the whole movie is like they're chasing. I think Patrick Wilson's wife gets kidnapped there at the beginning by these monsters. So they set like a posse of people to go chase them down, and it's like survival. You have the typical Western tropes. You have the bandits. You have the just nature in general, accompanied by this just monstrosity of a sort of a play on the Native Americans, like beefed up to a monster zone. Really scary. And then I watched Bring Her Back finally.
Oh, what'd you think, man?
Dude, great movie.
It is. It's heavy.
You did not need to. I asked this of you and of several people before I watched it, if I had to watch.
No, you don't have to at all.
Talk to me first. And you do not need to watch Talking their own movies. I don't see a connection at all.
There are some theories on those, but actually maybe we'll do that as a Patreon episode.
Yeah, that would be cool. Because I'd like to rewatch, knowing kind of what connects those two films. But yeah, dude, it's heavy. They're all heavy. My wife actually refused to watch this one, so I had to watch it myself, which kind of limited. That's why it took me so long to watch it. I just couldn't find a time.
Yeah.
And then I had one more to bring up, and then there's one that I'd like to talk about together. But Vicious.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's a cool one we're checking out. I'd give it like a 6.5, so nothing amazing, but I thought it was worth watching. Snowy vibe, so apt for this time of year.
Yeah, heck yeah.
All right, man. What have you been watching?
So I've been watching the new Welcome to Derry show.
Yes.
I think 3 episodes are out at this point. I watched the first 2, and CGI, pretty prominent factor, especially that first episode. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I've watched the first.
So that piece I don't love, but characters I like, story I like, vibe I've been enjoying. I like what they're doing with the time period that they're covering is like ripe with different subject matter beyond the itness of it, right? Like there's racial disparity, there's income disparity, there's so much going on in the world. So I think it's an interesting time to focus on. A lot's been done around it, but it's a great distraction from the today of the world, which every day you wake
Yeah.
up is a little bit of a tough day right now. So
No, I've read that it kind of harkens back to the main idea of the book, which is like there's not necessarily one it.
yeah, it's
It's like
what
a
you're
series
scared.
of
If this
yeah,
place is bad, it's
yeah,
rotten, and it will generate the worst fear you have.
gotcha.
It's all rooted in the town, like yeah, I
So
feel that.
this is kind of different worlds, but also same idea. Is Freddy's Nightmares the TV show of what Nightmare on Elm Street was? So Nightmare on Elm Street was like this is Freddy, and you're in his world. Freddy's Nightmares, the series, was more of like the town of Springwood
The
is
world,
fucked.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like that Welcome to Derry is doing it's going to remain to be seen. We're still pretty early in, but I like how it's unfolding and you're getting like parents or grandparents of core characters from the traditional story too. So you get like little ties and little things. So I'm going to be interested to see how they pull it all together. I'm sure there's going to be a moment. I did read like don't expect to see Pennywise till super
yeah,
late.
late. Yeah,
Which I think I like. Like
yeah,
I like that they're not just like, hey, let's do it 3 as a prequel,
exactly.
right?
It's the Halloween 3 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I've been enjoying that, and then the other thing, I finally checked out Weapons. Got an opportunity to watch it all the way through. Really, really loved it, man. Like,
it's like when we do our end of year, it'll be up there.
oh, definitely. Like, if not one, two,
If
kind
not,
of thing.
exactly. Yep.
I really got to think about it. There was a lot of good stuff this year, but like a lot of
Dude,
good
this was a
stuff.
great year for. Yeah, I felt like 2024 was a little bit lackluster.
It's because
Um,
like the past 5 years, it's been
yeah,
banger after banger after bangers. When you get a down year, it's still a good year. But yeah,
we should have known last year when the first horror movie to come out was Swim
Night Swim.
Night Swim.
Don't talk about Kurt Russell's
Dude, we
son that
should
way.
have known. Fuck.
What have you been buying? Anything new, man?
So wait, before we move on, one have we been watching that I want to talk about together? Hell House Lineage.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. So Stephen Cognetti, we've had on the show.
Don't want to bash him.
Don't want to bash
So
him.
this was the first Hell House that went narrative style instead of found footage. So we have am I using the right term?
Yeah, I'd say
Uh
like traditional narrative, what you're used to seeing.
yeah, just like not found footage. Let's go back. I like that we tried this. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what didn't work for me. Was it too boring?
I think pacing for me was a problem.
I'm not trying to bash it. You're talking to someone here who loved the first 3 films,
Yeah,
even all their
and
flaws.
Carmichael Manor
Oh, I love
was also
Carmichael
great.
Manor as
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
I just think for me it was slow, so pacing was an issue. I do think story was also an issue for me, and it wasn't. I don't think it was acting. I don't think it was
No.
direction. It looked really, really nice.
Looked great, felt great.
I do think
Story
telling
or
a
something.
story
Yeah.
through this more
Style.
traditional style or vehicle might be something to get used to.
Also for me, I understand the Abaddon is played out, but for me, focusing on Carmichael Manor and that story didn't appeal to me.
Yeah,
I think that's where the disconnect was for me personally. I'm glad it was made. I thought it, again, looked great, well made, just was off in the interest level,
yeah,
which sucks because, again, super hyped. This was the first one released in theaters, which would have been cool. Maybe I would have dug it more in that way. I don't know.
yeah.
But all right, let's move on.
Buying. You been buying anything
You
recently?
know what? I have not, but I have a neighbor. We have a buddy that we've talked about before, Johnny Georges. He lives out in Los Angeles, so he goes to Monster Paloozas.
Yeah.
He went, bought me a Scream t-shirt there, like it has that like vintage style look.
Hmm.
The coolest fucking shirt. Johnny, you're cool as hell. Thank you for buying that for me.
Super
I meant
kind
to
of
wear
you.
that, but it wasn't clean. I'm not wearing it. But dude, Monster Palooza, Maddie was there. I'd love to get out there sometime.
Ooh,
Be badass.
that
How
would
about
be
you? What have you
amazing.
been buying, man?
Well, speaking of Maddie, I actually picked up Fright Rags released the new Silver Bullet hoodie. Same deal. I've been
Oh my
wearing
God,
the
yeah.
hell out of it. But so Maddie Tobin, our buddy, did the design. Fright Rags,
One of the
one of
OG, like the greats.
top brands that we love so much.
We wouldn't be here if Fright Rags didn't exist.
No, we would not. And I finally got another piece from them, and I got that hoodie, dude. It's great. It's so warm and comfy and fantastic. But it's a great design. And Maddie talked about it when he was on the show a little bit, so I had to pick it up.
But
Couldn't
man,
not have it. And then the other thing I picked up recently talking to one of our patrons, John Corin, about the new Silent Hill, the newest Silent Hill video game, Silent Hill
Ooh,
F.
F, right? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I played through that.
So how is that?
So
As
scary.
people who love Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I've not played this.
This is Monster of the Weeky. It's a very isolated story. I hope they kind of continue down this path. It is a complicated, there are moments where you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Because there are these characters and you're like, why is this person
And
wearing a
this all
mask?
takes
And
place in Japan, right? So we're out of
yes.
the Silent Hill world.
Yes. Yep. So this is not an extension of the Silent Hill 2 to 3 story or anything
So
like
we
that.
should forget what we know of.
In fact,
There's no Harry.
you don't need to know any of that
Mm,
walking into this. This is a standalone.
gotcha. Cool. That's kind of cool though.
Yeah. So I like the direction though, because it legitimately for them says like, hey, we can do what we want within our universe we've defined. So much like the Halloween 3 concept we discussed, like same kind of thing. So I
Nice.
kind of hope they continue down that path. Very heavy story, intense, game is super scary, but it was great. Like it was truly, truly great.
Cool. And you've
Yeah.
been playing a new horror game, right?
Yeah.
Chronos?
Chronos, the new dawn or something like that. Chronos with a C. But yeah, I think it's a Polish game, I want to say, which is rare to
Yeah.
find a production from somewhere that's not within Eurasia. And dude, it is so good. It is unbelievably good. It's also really scary. It looks like an action game, but it's survival horror
You said a mix
through and
between
through.
like Dead Space and what else?
Dead Space, and it's the same, I think, production group behind the Silent Hills. So
Oh, okay. Damn.
yeah, it's like Space meets Silent Hill 2
Wow.
meets like a
A
Resident
little bit of
Evil.
Last of Us, I think you said.
The aesthetic is very, very similar to Last of Us.
Okay.
Yeah, the maps even kind of look the same. Yeah, it's great. It's also great. I have
Is
nothing
it
but
post-apocalyptic?
yes. So I believe that you operate in the like years and years later, but the time that was left was the 80s.
Don't tempt me with a good time, John.
So it's like The Last of Us is a very much like, hey, this happened 2 years ago kind of feeling thing, and it's in the current time, so
Yeah.
it feels like culturally close-ish to where we were. Whereas this is like, no, the distance is way farther apart from the origin of the story to where you are
Gotcha.
seeing
Yeah.
the story kind of unfold.
Makes sense.
Yeah. What are you wearing over here, buddy?
We got the Toxic Coffin Lost Boys. This is, I think, the
Mm.
first long sleeve. No, second, because I think Cavity Colors Ghostface was my first long sleeve.
Yes,
This is my
that
second.
was.
Dude, love this one. The color, perfect. Speaking of 80s, Toxic Coffin dudes are the best. Love them. I'm rocking the Ritual hat. Speaking of Maddie, we'll just talk about them every show, all show. Ritual is Dead and Divine is one of our favorite bands of all time. Ritual was like the
The
band.
project after.
Yeah, the project after. Yep. With a few members, and also just an amazing band. Everything they do is great. Great for this time of year. Has kind of that dark undertone, perfect to settle into like a cold, dark at 4:30 night.
God, absolutely. Well, I have my Woodsboro high school emblem hoodie on. This is
Love
Body
that
Count
one.
Clothing, our buddy. And I have my Toxic Coffin
Took, we should call it.
toque, yes,
Toque,
on
yeah.
my beanie. And I think
I love this one because it looks like Carhartt design.
Yeah.
Right? Yep.
and I
So like the average man carrying like a bundle of lumber on his arm would be like, "You're one of us."
hey brother,
And
you're
then
like,
I would walk up.
hey, have you seen Sleepaway Camp? Do you
Yeah.
know about the end? Yeah. And they're like, get the fuck away. Thought you were cool. You're a nerd. Oh, is that your truck out there? I thought it was a nice truck, and then I saw the Michael Myers sticker on the back.
Honk if you love Jason.
Family antic. Anything family wise you want to share?
Yeah. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about Halloween. Love
Yeah.
Halloween. It's the best. I have this awesome neighborhood. Like my neighborhood is like
Perfect for it.
Halloween central. It is like Stranger Things. Like if you think about like what they had with like the king size, if you go to the right neighborhood. So my neighborhood, we're the king size house. We make sure to like we put that
Stock it
stamp
up.
on it. Yeah. We want everyone to like know that that's us. But we had I might have even brought this up last time, but my youngest son's best friend, so he's turning 8 actually tonight, like right now. He turns 8 and his friend is like 9, and he dressed as Art the Clown in the Santa Claus gear,
Oh my god, yeah.
rolling around fucking town in this Art the Clown gear, and I could not have been more proud. I was like, this is the best. But also, I know that there was a time when we would argue, not argue, but there was semantics around the fact, like, is Art the Clown one of the new
Oh, yeah, it's not a
he's
question anymore.
cemented his fucking
Yeah,
self. Like, Art the Clown is forever in the
it is not a
like,
discussion anymore.
I would almost say Pinhead is out, and you could put Art on the new Mount Rushmore just for this new generation. I'm not saying for us,
A
but for,
bold
like, kids
statement.
coming up. Like, my son, they know Hellraiser, the figure, but I think because talking about Art the Clown who fucking cuts women in half, but I was gonna say because the subject matter of Hellraiser is so unapproachable for a young viewer now, you know?
Well, yeah, it's more it's a
Like, Art the
much
Clown is pop culture.
and Hellraiser is a complex, thoughtful
The
story,
story, yes.
whereas Terrifier is a complex thing to digest, but it's not a complex story.
Right,
It's
no,
just
it's
like
more
the way it's
schlocky.
delivered, you're
Yep.
like, "What? I have to process here." Where Hellraiser, it's like, "Oh, fuck, I need to think. I need to react. I need to respond in some way." Why am I feeling this way? Do I hate things I'm
Exactly, yeah, and 8-year-old should never
Yes.
this is why if anyone asks why our generation is the way we are, it's because we grew up watching Hellraiser at the age
Yeah.
of 9. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you're really good at puzzles. It's like, well, I had a Rubik's Cube that looked like one of those fucking
Yeah.
spirit boxes. What do you want me to say?
But this generation's growing up watching Art the Clown, so which is worse?
Oh, you do great makeup. It's like, yeah, I just smear black lipstick all over my face. It's fine.
But you know what? If it can inspire a generation of kids who are inspired by practical effects and want to remake that, and they know that it's fake, they know that it's entertainment, and they know that this is something that they would be able to do,
That's why I'm all for
dude, fuck yeah.
understanding that I don't think you and I fully understand the terrifierness,
I
but
feel like I'm coming around more than I thought I would, but
yeah,
still, yes.
I think we get that we don't get it,
Yeah,
which is fine.
cool.
Totally fine. All right. Family stuff for me. Same deal. Halloween recap. Our neighborhood's terrible for it,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you're the opposite of me.
Yeah, because I've got about 2 acres, so it's like people don't wanna come up the drive,
Oh
which I
yeah,
get.
it's just, dude, terrible. Yeah,
But even if I put a chair at the very bottom of my driveway and sat there, we still wouldn't have a lot of traffic. We don't have
right.
sidewalks. It's like just not the most conducive
Do
space.
you do any sort of setup or no?
So I've got a skeleton sitting over there. I put him outside holding a bowl, and we
Yes.
actually go to
Yeah,
my youngest best friend's house,
gotcha. So you just
and
stick the please take one.
please take one.
Yeah.
And we legitimately this year had one trick or treater come up.
Wow.
Yeah. But we had an absolute blast. This was a year where like the kids are now getting like our oldest, I could tell I'm like, I might have one more year with her to trick or treat because then
Yeah.
she's going to be like, no, I'm
Yeah.
going with my friends.
13,
Yeah.
12, 13. Yeah.
And my youngest, I think, will hang in there a little longer because she likes having it with me. But like, I don't know. This was the first year where I was like, man, like we went super far. And like at the end, like every kid was complaining about how their legs hurt and stuff. And I was like, all right, we did it right. And I
Jeez.
looked,
Yeah.
we went like 4 miles. Like we did it. Like
Okay.
we
Yeah.
did the shit out of
Wow.
it. Yeah, it was a great Halloween, great trick or treating experience. We had a blast, man.
Cool. Yeah. So we did. This was the first year I set a table up at the end of my driveway instead of making people walk up. And I did the skeleton, the skelly bones that we got from Spirit Halloween.
Yep.
Put the Michael Myers. I did the Halloween Kills mask, the half burnt.
Mm.
Put the jumpsuit on the skeleton. Not the
Oh,
easiest task I've
nice.
ever done. Get like a fucking phalange stuck in the sleeve and shit that you're
Get the
trying to. Yeah,
Pam. You're like, shh,
yeah.
like lubing them up.
But yeah, dude, I had him sitting there. I had at least one girl almost break out in tears because of
Oh, yeah.
which makes you feel bad, but also a little bit excited.
Yeah. It's like, hey, this,
Did my job.
yeah, we did it right.
But yeah, no, dude, it's great. Love Halloween. It's the best.
So Halloween will never die. It's a mantra we live
Never.
by, of course.
Never.
However, the reality of another exciting quadrant of the year is upon us, right? Like Thanksgiving and Christmas time is fun to be with family, but it really is an enjoyable time for our buddy Mike from Alone in the Dark uses the term film habits. So we'll credit him for that terminology, but like it is a fantastic
yeah.
film habit time of year right now.
It's the best.
And
One of the
Thanksgiving
best.
is a big part of that, I think, and it has been for us for a long time. So this is very, very exciting to talk with Ryan.
Super apt.
Can't wait to jump in. Couple quick plugs, and then we will get directly
Let's
into
do
the interview with Ryan. We do have a Patreon. I alluded to it earlier. We do have a Patreon. We've got a couple tiers on there. Gazillion episodes are up. We're changing up the format a little bit. We're sunsetting one of the segments and replacing it with another. So if you are caught up or you want to support the show and give us a reason to generate more content, please consider joining us over on Patreon. It means the world to us. And thank you for your consideration. We've got merch, horrordads.com. Might need some holiday presents for people. It's good spot to go. So do consider horrordads.com. Everything is hand packaged and mailed from this destination. We've got everything here in this house, and the kids help us package everything up, which is great.
We have t-shirts, long sleeves, tank tops, koozies,
Need it.
stickers. You need it. You want
You
it.
got to have it. You need it. And finally, if you do like the show, a review on any of the major streaming platforms would be fantastic. We appreciate that too. And with that, we will deny you no further.
Let's get stuffed.
Let's get stuffed.
Love you guys.
Welcome to episode 137 of the Horror Dads podcast. We are thrilled to get fucking gobbled today with Ryan Francis. Oh man, he's got it going here. Ryan starred in the cult classic 2008 film, I believe it came out, Thankskilling. He plays the character of Darren, the nerdy kid, and Ryan's an actor and a musician, and he's joining us here today. Ryan, welcome to the show, man.
What's up, man?
Thank you guys for having me on. This is incredible. Like, you guys have an excellent podcast. This is fantastic. I'm honored. Thank you.
Thank you for saying that, man, and thank you for doing this. This has been kind of a cool experience bringing us here. Jamie and I go to the same guy for our tattoos, and one of the newer members at that shop is a dude named Chris Ward that we grew up playing music with. We knew kind of in an ancillary way, and then have kind of got to Reno a little bit here through him working up at the shop. And he's like, I got a friend that might be great for your podcast. So he synced us together, and you're a fellow Ohioan, man. So are you born and bred here in Ohio?
Yeah. I grew up in this little tiny town, Heath, Ohio. It's probably an hour east of Columbus. I lived in Medina for a little bit. So if we're going north, I was there until I was like 5 or 6 or something like that. But I'm unfortunately a Cleveland Browns fan for life, which I'm sure you guys know all about that. So that's I'm
a depressing thing.
Oh, it's depressing. I think that's too easy of a word. It's worse than that. Whatever is worse than depression. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
So if our kids are listening to this like 35 years from now, just put a stake in the ground to recall that in 2025 and about 15 years prior to that, the Browns have been nothing
Still
but
suck.
just ass.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Terrible.
It's awful.
So, but Ryan, Thankskilling, upon reflection, we've always known that movie was made. It was made in Ohio, right? It was filmed in Ohio?
It was. Granville. Denison University was the opening shots, the university shots when they're getting ready to go on Thanksgiving break. Denison University right there in Granville. And pretty much the entire film was done between Heath, Newark, and Granville. The entire thing.
Man. Yeah, so that's been one claim to fame, and one of our initial, I think our very first.
It was.
Our very second first episode,
yeah. It was a episode based on films done in Ohio, actually filmed in Ohio, right? This was or took place. Either way, this was on our list.
Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So it's coming full circle here.
Yeah, don't go back and listen to that, though. The
early episode.
Yeah. I just started painting. Check this out. And you hold up a paper and it's a stick figure. That's what it feels like going back to that old stuff. But dude, again, thank you for doing this. Totally jazzed. We want to talk about Thankskilling. The season's upon us. So function of this episode, we're going to do an interview here with Ryan. We're going to get to know you. We're going to talk about the film. We're also going to talk about your music career and anything that you might have upcoming. A couple little fun nuggets, I think, that we're able to sprinkle in there toward the end. And then we'll kind of wrap up. But so let's jump into it, dude. So you're not.
Sorry, it's not. Do it all the time, every day now. It just kind of stuck with me. That's
just part of your mantra now. Yeah, I did. I just rewatched the movie again last night. Endless one-liners. Dude. Do you remember your first experience watching Thankskilling?
Yeah, I think it was. Apparently, I don't, but I think it was after the Stephen Tramontana.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the movie Killer Pinata?
I haven't. No, it's on my list. That's one that's on my list. I haven't seen it yet, though.
It's definitely in the same universe as this movie. And he talked about how this movie kind of propelled his career, kind of got him interested in, like, I can make an independent film. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can make it funny. I can lean on something, right? That's what Thankskilling does. It leans on something where there's so many. I think there's an age-old debate of what makes a bad movie good. Like, can you call a bad movie good, right? Like, is it a bad good movie, or and this is truly a bad good movie. It's so bad that it's good. It's not just
And it's
terrible.
bad in the sense that there's like just resource limitations, right? Like lighting and environment and sound design, like all that costs so much money.
Exactly.
And this is in the gap between what you're able to do in 2008 versus today. Like that's a tremendous gap.
Honestly, it's amazing because there's independent stuff that comes out now that isn't as good quality as that was. Yeah, definitely.
Like the iPhone probably shoots in higher quality than the camera that you guys had access to in 2008, which is insane. Like that's an insane reality to come to terms with. But Denison University. So tell us the story, man. How'd you get involved with Thankskilling? Jordan Downey was the director here. Yeah. He's gone on to do some other stuff. He's done an installment in the VHS Pantheon, right? So
yeah, what point in your world does this come about? Like how old are you? Like where does this?
I'm telling you, man. Like the story behind Thankskilling, like my story is, I don't. It's fucking awesome. Like it's really really cool. Jordan and I went to high school together. So so we're talking like back in the day when you'd go to the video rental stores, the 5 movies, 5 nights, $5 kind of thing. You go straight to the horror section and you're just renting, you're trying to figure out which 5 movies are we going to watch, over the weekend. And so, there were times like Jordan and I would hang out. We liked the same kind of movies, like, Chopping Mall, Critters, like just those really bad, so bad they're good, like 80s films that used practical effects at that time. So I mean, we got to that point. We actually made a film together called 218, and one day I'm going to talk him into uploading it to YouTube because we actually had our middle school that we had went to. There was they discovered a bunch of asbestos, so they shut down this middle school. This thing was built in like 90s or something like that, 1925, some shit like that, and they shut it down and they were going to tear it all down. And Jordan and I were like, let's film a movie. Jordan was a senior in high school. I was a junior. And our teacher, he was a brand new teacher into our high school. His name was Randy Smith. You can look him up. Randy Smith was a professional boom operator in Hollywood. He worked on like 12 Monkeys and like some major.
Shit.
Yeah, he worked on some really amazing films, and they gave him a budget and he bought all the top of the line equipment for our film program in high school. So Jordan and I got together, wrote a script called 218, and boom, we went and filmed it in this abandoned high school. And it was great. We had sledgehammers, we were beating heads in, we had watermelons. We were doing like this whole thing, and it was so much fun. We had a whole premiere at our high school. Tons of people showed up. It was a really good time. So then it came college time. Jordan went out to LA to go to film school, and I went down to Ohio University when I went to school a year after him. And, obviously time goes by, guys know you get to college, you kind of lose touch with people. You kind of see them like on breaks, this and that.
Yep.
And it was Jordan's senior year. And he sits down with me at a Jolly Pirate Donuts visiting on a holiday or something. And he pushes this script titled Thankskilling to me. He's like, hey, I want you to read this. And I literally read it in Jolly Pirate, read through this whole thing. And I want you to read this.
And you're like, right now? And he's like, right now.
And we sat there, read the thing. And I'm like, this is the stupidest shit ever. I fucking love it. This is so dumb. And he's like, well, that Darren guy, I wrote that character for you. We're going to film it in like a few weeks. And I need your help to cast it because it's our senior project. We need to do a feature film and we're going to do it right. And I said, shit, okay. So literally that night, I started getting on the phone with some people. They already had some folks cast for it already through Craigslist. Wanda Lust was shot out in Los Angeles. She was the pilgrim at the very beginning of the movie.
I didn't know which one she was, but I did have a guess when I heard her name.
Wanda Lust. Yep. Yeah. Wanda Lust.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so it went super fast. It was pretty much here's the script, here's the pitch, and we filmed it. We had a lot of fun. It was filmed super quick. I mean, a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks we shot everything that you see. And then they disappeared. I didn't hear from Jordan or Kevin Stewart was the DP, producer, co-director. Jordan Downey he puppeteered the turkey and everything. Didn't hear from him. And we did a little premiere in Columbus. We got a limo. It was fun at Studio 35 in Columbus. It was cool. We all felt like badasses. Like, we're at a film premiere. The name's on the marquee. Yeah. It was cool.
Can you open my door to my limo, please?
Right. Please let me out. We all felt super cool. But then it was dead air after that. This was and the film was just we didn't know what was going to happen, and no one cared. We had a good time. We got to watch a finished product, and I think you guys probably talk with like indie artists who participate in films that they never finish. It just they spend all this time and money, and the director and producers never actually finish anything. So we didn't know what was going to happen, and Netflix, which we now know as like a conglomerate in streaming media, Netflix was there. It existed as a small company sending out DVDs, but they had just opened a new wing for streaming services. So it was brand new. Streaming was brand new. And Kevin and Jordan,
like, you don't even know what that word means.
We had, it was weird. It was like, you gotta get your DVD, you know. But they
I have
were
to plug my Ethernet cable into my TV. How does this work?
How does it work? It's so weird. But they landed Thankskilling on Netflix, the streaming service, because they were taking kind of not anything that they could get, but I mean, dude, they took Thankskilling. So yeah, they were taking anything that
that's amazing though.
Really.
I mean, Tubi now is, doing basically what Netflix probably did at the start of Netflix, right?
Exactly. Same concept. And that's just like when Netflix picked it up, that's when shit kind of got bonkers. That's when things like just like, whoa.
I love that.
It went, I mean, they call it viral now. I mean, I don't know if viral was a thing back in 2008 when it like was streaming, but like, I mean, it took off. It did really, really, really.
Man.
So how many, you said you did about 3 weeks of shooting. Was it like, were you guys shooting in the evenings and weekends? Like, how did that work?
It was almost like 24/7. Like they had to like schedule breaks for themselves. I mean, I don't know how Jordan and Kevin maintained themselves, because like they would schedule, they made sure that the actors got breaks to get home and go to sleep for a little bit. But like, I remember I was a cook at Buffalo Wild Wings at the time. And I remember telling them like, I'm not working for 3 weeks, guys. Like I'm filming a movie. And they're like,
yeah,
okay, whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever. You're like, I need one more day off because I got my premiere now. They're like, wait, really? Yeah.
Right. So yeah, they like it was rigorous. I mean, it was a lot. We were on set quite a bit, but Jordan and Kevin were very, very organized and very cognizant about like, hey, you guys need to get some sleep. Like, I mean, we did, like, there were frustrating points on set, like you're getting kind of tired and stuff, but
yeah,
they would, they'd give us breaks. We'd go home, go catch a few hours of sleep, and then come back and do stuff again. There's a scene with us around the campfire. So, when the baby bunny, the stuffed bunny gets thrown in the campfire, and there's kind of there's some laughing. I think like Darren's poking Billy with a stick, and everyone's just kind of like laughing. That was probably like hour 20, hour 21 on set. Like we were delirious, tired, exhausted.
Daffy,
and we were just all feeling goofy. And a lot of those laughs in the Jeep when everyone's like the John Benet Ramsey joke, the third time that they tell it or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Those are all like, we're all really super tired. And so those were natural laughs. We're just so freaking tired and telling the same joke, the John Benet Ramsey joke. To us, it's like the 50th time because they kept rolling back at everything, Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, guys?
So
what are we doing
you and Jordan, though,
That's so funny.
Had this relationship, obviously, prior, had experience working together, your friends.
Yeah.
Seemed like you guys grew up liking the same sort of thing. So you mentioned, though, that after you read the script, he was like, hey, we're going to do a casting call for the remainder of this. Yeah. So everybody else that's in this film, for the most part, were these people that you didn't know prior to doing the film together?
Half and half. Lance Predmore was cast through Kevin and Jordan. So I had never met him. Natasha Cordova was cast, and I don't know if they use casting sites or like Craigslist, because Craigslist was still kind of a big thing at that point.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Aaron Carlson, who played best friend Billy, one of my good friends. We're still in touch. We hang out, every so often today. Lindsay Anderson played Kristen. She was someone that I made a phone call to who was in the theater program at high school. And I was like, oh, we've worked together before. And she was like, yep, I'll do it. And then General Bastard. So back in that time, I was in a punk band. I had a mohawk. I had like this mohawk, and we toured with General Bastard. So he'd play guitar up against, like, he didn't have a drummer or anything, but he'd play with like, a backbeat and all this stuff. And he would just dress up like in a military hard hat and full camo, like face mask and everything.
General Bastard.
Is this General the guy Bastard. In the cabin?
He's the
whose dog pissed
with the dog.
Yeah.
The hermit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to do any prep for
I was going to
He
say,
just showed up like that.
For those of you who have not been to Ohio, that guy is out there right now. And not him, it's many of him.
waiting to pump your gas.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
That's what I would expect. Yeah. I don't mean that in a derogatory way.
No, like
General
literally
Bassett.
getting ready to pump your... Yeah, no, not precisely. Yeah, I think it's just, that's a look that we
can
do here. Yeah. It's a thing. I love that. And I assume that, I'm sorry, what was her name? The
Lindsay?
Establishing shot with the
Wanda Lust. Wanda Lust.
I assume that's not someone that any one of you knew. How'd she get in the picture?
So it's kind of a tall tale for me because I've heard it from Jordan. She was a Craigslist hire out in Los Angeles, and they took she was the first and only one to respond to their ad. She had no problem dressing up as a pilgrim, running topless through a field in Los Angeles. And I remember, I was like, man, in my 20s, I was definitely an alcoholic for sure. And I found her website. It was like WandaLustXXX.com, and she had her phone number on her website to to do out calls and like all that kind of stuff. I called her all the time. Dude, I left so many voicemails. I was like, the cast member I've never talked to, like, please return my phone call.
So have you ever spoken with her?
No, we never. I've never spoken to Wanda Lust. I've tried to find her on the internet.
Wait till he tries to get within 200 feet of her.
I was going to say, I'm going to have to go to the library to look this up. I don't know if I can
authorities.
Google it at home. It might send off some alerts. No, that's funny though. That's a cool story. Like all of that's really fun.
Honestly, so amazing. And the fact that this movie has like integrated itself into every horror lover's annual tradition of watching. We talked about this earlier. There's not a ton of Thanksgiving horror films. Christmas, it's like overloaded. Thanksgiving, There's like 3 movies, right? Like now that Thanksgiving's in the mix. So it's really cool that you're a part of something that I mentioned this earlier. It's going to last forever, man. Like you're kind of in the horror Thanksgiving pantheon for life.
For life, yeah.
It's true. I had a buddy who went to the LA Comic-Con who got to meet Eli Roth, and he brought up Thankskilling to Eli Roth.
I bet he did.
He did. Yeah. And Eli Roth was like, they fucked up my plans. They fucked it up because I was going to release this, but because their movie came out, I had that's what pushed it back so far, according to him.
That's wild.
He was like, and when because it was pure coincidence, Thankskilling came out when the Grindhouse movie came out that had that trailer. And so people kind of thought it was the same thing. And it wasn't, obviously 2 completely separate things, but like Roth wanted to do Thanksgiving for a long time. And because of Thanksgiving, he was like, he just put it on the back burners. Like, it's not even going to do it. Which is crazy because he's a fucking millionaire. Like he's like the guy. He's a millionaire. The guy.
But also like, look at this, like the butterfly effect. If he would have made this movie, I don't know, 15 years ago, who do you think would have been in it then versus who was in it now, right? Like careers were probably like disrupted or rerouted or like all of that. That's such a wild thing to think of. So you talked about the timeline, but how was this funded? Did you guys self-fund the production around this?
Yeah, it was Jordan and Kevin. I mean, it was under $4,000. It's on the internet. I don't know the exact number. It's like $3,500. And I think
under $4,000. That is so wild.
Yeah.
For practical effects and all that, man.
That Troy Smith is a genius. He did all the practical effects. He made the turkey. Like he did all of the stuff with the turkey, all the effects, like the gore, the blood, all that stuff. And they've retained Troy and worked with him, in their, Jordan and Kevin's movies now, like Headhunter and those kinds of things. Yeah. Like Troy still gets work with them, which is awesome. It's so cool to see like that they made a connection on their early days and they're still like using somebody.
So amazing.
That's good at that. And Troy is amazing. So like the money went to the effects. The money went to Wanda Lust.
Yeah.
That's really at the end of the day, that's where a big bulk of that budget
was. How many turkeys were there?
There were, I want to say there were 3. There was like, you had the normal head. And then I think that there was a backup normal head, the one that you see pretty much on screen all the time.
Yeah.
And then you had the radioactive waste turkey. And I think that there was only 1 radioactive waste turkey.
That was like, we have 1 explosion, guys. Like we can't mess up the shot. Can't mess
it up. There's
so
1.
what is going on that we don't see behind the turkey? Is there like a arm up his butt? How's
the turkey driven?
Yeah.
So you see his head most of the time, and then his neck. So most of the time, I would say like 80% of the time, it was just Jordan. It was, I mean, it is a hand puppet. It is like that.
Okay.
So it's just Jordan Downey, the director, who's trying to direct, but then also like right there with the turkey, and then he would have it would depend on the shot, but then he would have the feathers behind him, like on his arm like this, so the feathers would be like behind him like this, and it was always like a thing because the only people helping it was Kevin and Jordan. That was it. And there's this guy, Steve Steinmetz. Steve Steinmetz, you know him as the ass, gas, or grass guy in the car. Ass, gas, or grass. And he's like, well, I want to take ass. And
picking up hitchhikers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Steve Steinmetz was kind of like the production assistant. So he was the only other guy there. He was like, he's a great gaffer. He went to school for gaffing. And so he did awesome work, but he was the only other guy like there to help with anything. So it was just like Kevin's trying to record on the camera. And so it was just Jordan, like with his turkey puppet. Like it's just literally a hand puppet, and the skin came down like to his like forearm. That's it.
Did he do the voice while he was holding it, or was that in post-production?
He did the voice while he was holding it to give cues, and then he did it all ADR later, for sure.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because that would be really hard, like in the moment, like you've got a rhythm and a plan and a thought, and then when you look at it, you're like, all right, that was hour 14, day 7. What the fuck was what were we talking about? What were we thinking? Like, what am I doing here?
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense, though. He's such a little prick, the turkey. Like,
oh, God, that turkey. He is a little prick.
He's like Chucky, he's a smart ass. He's like Freddy. He's like, he's witty, of course, and he's got all these one-liners and deceptive too, despite everyone falling for his gaff of pretending to be the sheriff.
Gullible,
dude.
Gullible people.
So ridiculous. That's like a piece of lunch meat on his head.
That whole third act, like, so funny.
Over the top, yeah. It's
so
great.
fun. And I also
the pacing. This movie moves. It's like lightning in the best way.
Most people, I would say,
you don't need to drag out a story about a fake turkey. You know what I mean?
No, and I would say most people would feel, hey, it's an hour and 10-minute film. Like, no, it's got to be an hour and 30-minute film. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. But that's where people go wrong, because it's like that movie was so bloated with bullshit. Like, it just dragged it out for no reason.
Yeah,
I do like,
yeah,
how deliberate it is. And then Netflix picks it up, right? And it's like, hey, we don't care that it's an hour and 10 minutes. We're not a big studio pumper here, so like it's fine. And I like that was recognized, and it's just hit at a time where like this worked, man. Like it hit.
It did, and you hear stories about that stuff happening to people all the time. And it was just the timing was impeccable with the release, and the length of time for the film was just enough to get feature film credit, because it's a weird number. It's like 65 minutes or like 70 minutes to qualify as a feature film. It's a weird number, and it's a lot shorter than you would think. But Thankskilling barely qualified as a feature film, but they did that on purpose. They wanted it to barely, like, they wanted to just get over that number so they could qualify as a feature film.
That's good. Yeah. If you think about it, this isn't far off from, you guys have had the success, not quite as much, but it's not far off from what Terrifier has done.
First thing I thought of when Ryan, before we hit record, we were talking about conventions and stuff like that. And when you had mentioned like, hey, there are certain ones that I'll look at doing, certain ones I won't. I am certain when All Hallows Eve came out, like, we're not huge Terrifier fans, which is fine. Like, I get why people like it. I get why people don't like it. But when All Hallows Eve came out, I will guarantee you that they were not thinking that where this thing is now is where it is.
Right.
They have
people doing what they love.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same deal. Like, I think you're right, man. Like, it just hit at a different time too. Like, if Thankskilling would have hit when it did later too, maybe it would have had an even different outcome.
Yeah, because I think you're right. The era. So 2008 isn't generations ago, but it might as well be. And the amount of people that can stream shit. Again, we didn't even know what the word streaming was in 08. And the amount of shit that can be streamed now that people can see that they would have never been introduced to.
It's insane.
Thereby Thanksgiving, you could say, is what opened audiences up to being able to accept Terrifier as a mainstream franchise when it's just a small independent film done by love. What did I say? Thankskilling, right.
Eli Roth's film that came out 2 years ago. Open the doors for.
So yeah, I honestly, this is ridiculous to say, but I feel like maybe without Thankskilling, there would have been no Terrifier.
I don't think that's ridiculous to say at all.
Feels weird for me to hear. I get it. But yeah, I like, who knows? I mean, who knows? Like, because yeah, I mean, dude, that their first film was Thankskilling quality, you know? Like, I mean, it was,
Yeah.
it was,
No, it absolutely
rough.
is.
It was rough. And they took a character that was appreciated, stood out, like, and loved by the audience, and then they pushed it into its own thing, which is cool.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty wild.
I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, man.
So yeah, Turkifier.
Let's
do it.
Let's talk a little bit about the music in the film, though. So, all right. So first off, I hope the answer to this is yes, but the score in this is pretty fun. The score is fun. The soundtrack's fun. But
dude, I love this score. That
intro
synth beat.
The intro music, dude, that slaps.
Kashmir Royale, man. That dude has some funky beats.
Oh, is that who that is?
Okay.
Kashmir Royale. Yeah.
All right, I was going to ask if you had anything to do with any of the music in the film.
Yeah, so I did. I was in a punk band back in that time. I still had mohawk, everything, like not in Thankskilling. I had the whole like brown hair. I actually
Buzz
had hair
cut.
then.
Yeah.
And I was in a punk band called Overrated. Like we had played, like we did Warped Tour of 05, like 06. I mean, we did Riot Fest 08 back before it was even a thing outside. So we had been doing a lot. We were a band for like 8 or 9 years. And they had a song of ours called Pity Party. And I think it's one of the driving scenes. They're driving around and there's like a punk song from them. And there's a local band called Krynos that was also featured in one of the cutscenes.
Was that
awesome.
the more Metallica sounding band?
Yes.
Yes,
that's them.
I heard that song kick in and I was like, there's either no way Metallica knows about this or this isn't Metallica, but I was like, this is like 2 blocks away if it's not. Yeah.
We fucking hated those guys. I hated that band so much.
Krynos?
So I was I fucking hate. They were like, we're the next best thing. And back in that
Local
day,
band
there's
politics.
local
We're
band
familiar.
politics.
Yeah.
Yep, local band politics. Like, fuck you guys. Like, but we shared the movie together, which is
You
cool.
didn't let me
Like,
borrow a guitar string that time I broke mine.
Yeah. What gauge string do you even use, you fucking loser? Yeah. No, we totally get it.
You probably
But,
played drop D.
But yeah, we had like they were involved in the Kashmir Royale did the dope like opening track, which that whole opening with the credits is
it's great.
awesome. It's great.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
It's really great. And the other production piece I thought was pretty fun, and I feel like stylistically, I think Nothing Under the Sun is new, of course, but I'm sure folks have pulled some reference from either this or other movies that have done similar things. But like the animated sequence when you're telling the story, when your character specifically Darren is telling the story, and he's like the line something like the most notorious moment in Pilgrim history. The most notorious moment in Pilgrim history. Yeah, exactly. So that goes to like a little bit of a hybrid style film sequence, right? Where you've got animation accompanied by voiceover, then cutting back to what's going on. But like the animation piece, how did that all come together? Who did that? They had some friends in school who actually did some really great animation work, and they had them do that bit. And I remember it was so funny because that was another like super late night. I was over it and I didn't have those lines memorized because it was like a decent sized monologue. And I was like, fuck this shit, man. Like, and they're like, I was like, dude, like, why do I need to deliver this on film when you're going to be doing an animated sequence behind it? Like, let me read off the script. And they're like, no, like we want to film it. So like, it was kind of I was like annoyed and I'm like, why the fuck do I have to have this memorized right now? But they did, you can hear it. It's like, if you go back and watch it, it starts, the beginning is me delivering the lines naturally, but then you hear like an ADR kind of kick in. It like there's a transition where it's like Ryan fucked all this shit up because he was not like, so they had the ADR part happen like afterwards. But yeah, I recorded that after everything was already done because I refused to memorize that monologue because it was super late at night. And I'm like, I'm not. Yeah. Plus, that is a monologue. It's a monologue. Definition.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's a long ass sequence. How old were you when you did this movie?
For that was like 2007. I was probably 19, 20.
Wow.
I was maybe fresh 21 because I think I was drinking. So I think I was 21. So I was buying beer for sure. I was
So
21.
parents, guardians, like your family.
Yeah.
What was their experience with this? Were they pumped that you were doing this? Did they know it? Did you make a production out of it? Were they supportive? Were they
loved it.
weirded out? They loved it. That's
Everybody
amazing.
loved it. They loved it. There's this really like so my mom let us use her house for a lot of the shooting. So like when Allie gets dropped off to go home before before Allie gets raped by the turkey. So when she gets dropped off at home, that was my house. And so when they open the door, my senior picture is in the shot. So you can actually see me like with my glasses on in a fucking sweater vest. And I'm sitting there in this picture, like, oh, looking all nice. So you can see it in the corner when they open the door. But it was my mom's house. And then the whole Billy scene where Billy gets the shotgun, like gobble, gobble, motherfucker. He's like laying on the ground. Darren goes over and he's like, hey, Billy, like, I love you. Like, you're my best friend. That was also shot.
Dude. And he's like hearkening back to like moments that you guys had together.
Yeah. Yeah. That was shot in front of my mom's house. There was a tornado warning coming into town when we were shooting that. So it was a one take. Like we had a shotgun out front. The cops showed up and they're like, what are you doing with the shotgun? We were like, dude, we've got 15 minutes before it's going to start pouring rain and thunderstorming. We got to shoot this. And the cops were like, okay, cool, whatever. And they left us alone. We got the scene shot, but it was that's why that scene with Darren holding Billy is so long, because it was just one take. That was the only take that we got before the tornado came in.
That's wild.
That is insane. I love stories like that.
I do too. And also I love the fact that your mom was like, hey, I'm in. Whatever you need. You need the house.
Yep, she was so into it. Oh, she loved it. She thought she came to the premiere. Like my parents were so supportive of like film stuff.
That's
and then
awesome.
like Jordan Downey's dad, we shot like that was all shot on his property. So like when the scene with the sheriff and the turkey sitting at the one of the best scenes in the movie, when the sheriff is sitting there having coffee with the turkey.
And they're just talking.
They're just talking.
When he says something, the turkey drops an F-bomb and he's like,
how old are you?
He's like, I don't care about how heavy it is.
I care
about the age of the fuck or whatever. Yeah, the size. Yeah, exactly.
And they're sipping their coffee. That was Jordan's dad's house. So like we shot a lot on his dad's property and at his house. Like families were incredibly supportive of like using homes, like late hours. I mean, like I think like there were times where his dad was like in the bedroom, like trying to go to sleep to go to work, and we were shooting in the fucking kitchen.
Man,
that's so funny.
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
So we mentioned Killer Piñata earlier, and so that film it's not too far off, not only in terms of style, but in terms of like what actually happens in the story. Like sub out a turkey with a killer piñata.
That's awesome.
Change some characters and some dynamics, but like a lot of similar scenes. Like the piñata is like banging people in Killer Piñata. Not to give away plot twists. So my best friend's wife is the lead in Killer Piñata, actually.
Nice.
And is also the lead in Killer Piñata 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
And her dad is a person that I admire, and he's very kind, very smart, very genteel soul. And when Killer Piñata 2 happened, which ups the ante on all of everything, I was like, hey, does your dad come to watch these? And she was like, oh yeah. And on that one specifically, it did not go well.
Oh shit.
And I laugh so hard every time I think about that. But then I always think, like, even as musicians growing up, making music that our parents can't relate to or don't understand, or they're like, oh, you're going through a thing and you're just making a certain kind of music. Little do they know that emo doesn't die when you grow up, when you graduate high school in 2005.
Never.
Seriously, for life. But I always wonder, like, family dynamics for people when they do stuff like this. So that's great.
No, that's awesome. I mean, because it's, you don't like, I don't know. I never really thought about it when we were shooting, but like looking back, it's like, damn, without that support and the open home, like do what you got to do. Like I'm excited you're doing what you're doing. How cool is that? I mean, that really, that's a really big deal. It is really cool to have that parental support.
It's that's what's great about films like this and anything independent that gets done. It doesn't get done without the support of loved ones and friends and family.
Absolutely.
Stuff like this doesn't make it to where it has made it. People don't see it unless there is that support. So it's really badass that you guys had that.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit though about kind of the cult status that this movie has found, right? So you think of movies like Evil Dead, which had some contentious scenes, not only in terms of the style and the storytelling, like the way it's demonstrated, right? It's batshit crazy. It's like overly ambitious. It's wild. There are themes of trees raping people. Like it's insane, right? Like, and
Right.
it's chaotic, and there's also a level of brilliance there, right? So that movie obviously has gone on to spawn tons of activity around it. And similarly, I would say Thankskilling, you guys probably made a thing and you're like, all right, cool. We did a thing. Great. Press play. It's out in the world now. Cool. It's been picked up by Netflix. We did a premiere. But at what point was it years later where you stopped and you're like, holy shit, like people are still talking about this. People are still asking about this. And this is now like a cultural part of the horror community. When did that happen for you? And does that get old?
Man, that's like that's nuts. Cause it kind of like, for me, it kind of like comes in waves. There was like, I think it was like, I think I was on MySpace at the time. Segueing into Facebook back when you had to
Oh,
have
yeah.
your college, you know.
What a time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I started getting booked for those horror conventions, which was super unique. I mean, and these weren't, they were independent horror cons, nothing super big build. I didn't get paid for anything, but they let me, like, it was kind of one of those deals, like they flew me out and I was able to keep the, like, if I sold headshots, I could keep the money. So like, and that was cool, dude. I don't give a shit. Like, dude,
And you won't pay for anything while you're here. You're gonna be flown out, and any money you make. Like, yeah.
And it was kind of one of those just like on the down low kind of deals. Like there wasn't anything on paper. Like we just let bygones be bygones. And I was always cool with that. Like, dude, I'm not here to get paid by you. Like, that's cool. Just fly me out. I'm down to have a good time for whatever.
Yeah, give me a booth. Yeah.
Right. And that was like, I mean, that was probably the 2010, 2014. Those 4 years were batshit crazy.
Wow. So
Like,
not too long after even.
it wasn't long after. And I hustled for like some cons for a while. It kind of got old. Like I understand it's crazy because like I understand where, you know, people will finally be like, dude, like I gotta hang it up for a minute because I'm just getting exhausted from like pushing it or promoting it or anything. And so I've reached that level quite a few years ago, and I've really stopped. Like just in November, I'll kind of bring it up every now and again. But I mean, dude, it's cool, man. I got to sit and befriend like it was a reunion of Dark Shadows, the TV show. Like they had a full cast reunion at one of these cons. I got to see Steve Carvanas, the second Red Ranger in Power Rangers, almost beat the shit out of Diamond Dallas Page because Diamond Dallas Page took his fucking table. And Jake the Snake Roberts was there.
Oh, so this was like a real thing, not a staged thing.
Oh, this was a real thing. Dude, I thought they were going to get in a fucking fight. And I'm like a guest at a table and I've got my phone. Like, I'm ready, dude. I'm going to send this to TMZ and I'm going to sell it to him for $1,000. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I will watch the Red Ranger fucking fight Diamond Dallas Page hardcore.
Who do you think would have won?
Jake the Snake was probably hammered watching
dude. Yeah. I think Diamond Dallas Page would have kicked Steve Cardinia's ass easily. Dude, Diamond Dallas Page is the real deal. That dude is, he looks like he's 100 years old, but he is ripped. He like, dude.
He's always had that like old man skin. Like forever.
He has.
What's he doing? Does this the whole movie?
Yeah. The diamond cutter, man.
Yeah, you're supposed and you grab their head behind you and you come down with it on your shoulder. Yeah. It's like you're carrying a roll of carpet, but it's someone's neck, you know?
This is a yeah.
I wanted to see that shit.
I'll show you after we're done here. We'll do it over there.
On a table.
Yeah.
That's on
It'll be
fire.
like the Bills Mafia.
Yeah, it's like
that's wild,
getting asked to do like those things and meeting the people you get to meet, getting to like kind of run those circles. I did a convention in Sacramento, California with, you know, the cast from Troll 2.
Oh my God.
That was cool, man. Like, how cool is that?
That's incredible, honestly.
But it's like free vacations, free booze, like, and just hangs with unique people.
That'd be a great time. Yeah.
Yeah. Our friend, cool. our good friend, Maddie Tobin, who's an artist who made that print that was hanging behind us before it fell. So, Maddie, might need to get a new faculty print from you, buddy.
Come on, Maddie.
But he was telling us that he does a ton of conventions as an artist. And he said, I think he was telling a story about Tom Atkins he saw in the lobby at the like end of day 3, last day of the convention, end of the day kind of thing. And I think he or a buddy of his walked past Tom Atkins and was like, "Hey, Tom, how you doing, man?" And they said he was staring straight ahead and he was like just gone, like vacant, because of what that 3-day period requires of a person, of
Yeah.
like the having those conversations and having to go through that. So it is a gauntlet, to your point. Like, I'm sure it does kind of get old at some point, which feels weird to say. Oh, it's not. I'm sure that anyone that would come to you and want to talk about how much they liked your movie, you'd be interested in having that conversation. But I could see a world where it'd be like, man, I'm exhausted by this.
You see that other side. Like, you're exactly right. Like, dude, I mean, I'm a fucking minnow in an ocean with much bigger fish. Like, I'm just one guy who was in one shitty movie who's just a blip on a radar. Like, that's it. So I could do this shit all day. But even like, when you're approached by 100 people in a day, I mean, I understand. I mean, like, I can totally understand where someone who's a big name, where they have a line of hundreds of people every day for that convention. I mean, they're getting paid well, but holy shit, it's a lot. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. People literally, they're meeting somebody that they watched on their TV screen, and it's the cool. I mean, we're all fans of people, so like getting to meet someone you're a fan of, that is a cool fucking moment. And as a fan, you want to have that moment, but then as the artist, you're like, fuck, I've had like 150 of these moments in the past, 5 hours. So I appreciate you, but fuck, it's exhausting. I'm sure.
And every moment is expected from that person to be one of the best moments of their life.
Absolutely.
So if you fuck it up, you fucked up their whole 3 days.
You're on TMZ. Like, TMZ's
now,
like, oh, wow, like,
I was going to say, we've added this whole new component of social media where you can get blasted 5 seconds after that person leaves your booth. They're blasting you that you're an asshole, or they're going to Reddit and they're talking shit on you. And then that never leaves. So it's like, you have to be very fucking careful. So it's like a weird game that these people play when they do these conventions. But it's amazing that they're able to do it. It's something that we will never be able to comprehend, John.
Yeah.
So shout out to you for being able to do that, and everyone else that is able to courteously greet thousands of, I would be blasted immediately.
You would be terrible at that. I
just
love
terrible
you to the end of the earth, but that would be a hard thing for you, I think.
Dude, like after 3, like, yes, I love you, here's a hug, and then by the end it's like, fuck off.
Jamie. All right, so Ryan, if you had to prioritize for yourself outside of Thankskilling, we know there aren't a lot, but it seems like you're a horror fan. You shared the antic of kind of growing up with Jordan and loving movies like Critters and stuff like that. So assuming that you are a horror fan, what's on your watch list for this time of year? So Halloween is over, so now through the end of the year, what are you watching?
Okay. All right. So it's a decent list. I will say, I don't watch a whole lot of new stuff. I don't know if you guys have, like, as you've gotten older, do you kind of rewatch the comfortable stuff over and over instead of
more than
into
new stuff? Yes.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. But I took a risk a few years ago and watched a new movie in the theater, and I was so happy, called Violent Night.
Oh yeah. Oh,
with
David Harbour.
Yeah, with Hopper.
Where they paid homage to Home Alone quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it was
Die Hard. Yeah.
Die Hard. It was like it was everything I love in one movie. That is number one for this year.
So good
to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
The second movie that's on my list, because I haven't seen it yet, and I believe it's Christmas themed, Terrifier 3. I haven't watched the third one yet, and I've been waiting for the season to turn.
Just watch it on an empty stomach. That's the only advice we have.
The second one, I was only uncomfortable.
Bedroom scene.
No, it wasn't that scene. It was the one with the kids, the playground. That was the hardest. That was the rough scene for me. You don't even see anything. I don't think. It was an illusion, essentially. Like, it was alluding to.
It's understood. Yeah.
It's understood. That was really uncomfortable. But like, the bedroom scene was amazing. That was amazing what they did with that one.
It's same deal as we were talking about with Thankskilling. I think the investment there really has gone to the practical effects. Now that they're securing more and more budget because of the demand, you're seeing them elevate their game. So I would say there's not a ton of story in Terrifier 3, but
that's okay.
There is plenty. If you're not there for a story that's going to be compelling, and if you've watched Terrifier 1 and 2, I don't know why anyone would go into Terrifier 3 thinking they were there for the story. It's more of the same. It's just better execution. It really is.
That's awesome.
Well, they do loop.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's a little bit of a story with Victoria. Bringing the Victoria.
I should say the
component in.
first like 25 minutes of that film, I remember we went to the theater to see it.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
We did
Oh, good.
rewatch 2 beforehand, which we should have done.
I was like, what? Did I miss a chapter of the book?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
We definitely felt that way.
Yeah.
And then that quickly goes away when you're just watching someone get their face
Oh, for
lost.
sure. Oh, for sure.
So let me rattle off a few titles for you. If you've seen these, do you give them thumbs up or thumbs down? But have you seen Blood Rage?
No.
It's
Blood.
That's like
Blood
a Thanksgiving.
This is one of our
Yes.
3 annual Thanksgiving films. Yeah.
Okay.
Blood
So,
Rage.
Blood
Okay.
Rage.
The tagline is "It's not cranberry sauce."
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes, Blood Rage.
Yeah.
Okay, on the list.
Yeah, dude, you have to check that out. Yeah.
And it's
Blood Rage.
it takes place, I think, in Florida, right?
Okay.
Or it
Is it
certainly looks like it's Florida.
Yeah.
There
I don't know.
There could not be a less Thanksgiving feeling environment than where this was filmed, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
In fact, there's a swimming pool scene outside. So it's definitely
That's a good
like
point.
Florida.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my God, Blood Rage.
Blood Rage?
I
Thanksgiving,
have like
of
a
course.
slipcover Blu-ray of that film, by the way, that I just
Amazing.
shouldn't have.
Amazing.
But yeah.
Yeah,
so
you got to
good.
pay 40
Was
bucks
that
for a
Arrow?
movie.
I think that's Arrow
Yeah.
Video.
And then obviously Thanksgiving,
Yes.
Thankskilling. Are we missing anything else on the Thanksgiving front? But I feel like that's our holy trinity for this.
Yeah, off
this
the
month.
top of my head, no. There was that Hulu film Pilgrim or whatever the fuck.
Pilgrim. Yeah.
Oh,
Pilgrim.
yeah.
Pilgrim was
Yeah.
all right for what it was. I thought that was all right.
Yeah, you know what? When I first watched it, I didn't like it, but I haven't watched it again.
Yeah.
But when I think about it, it's like that wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah. So Ryan, for you,
Children of the Corn, you could call.
I
I
would-
consider that Thanksgiving-ish.
They're in the corn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would watch that one. I would watch.
Yeah,
that
it looks
one.
like harvest just happened.
because
you know?
cornucopia is made of corn. I see where we're going. here.
Exactly. Yep.
But
Last of the Mohicans, of course.
Ryan, so for you, it doesn't seem like acting or film was a career you pursued, right? You went more on the music side, right? That seems to be more what you've been taking serious.
Yeah. I worked with an agent for a little bit to try and do other stuff. Jordan and Kevin were so kind to give me a cameo in Thankskilling 3, and that was a fun little cameo to do. And then I produced and acted in a movie called The Biker Warrior Babe versus the Zombie Babies from Hell, which was a logistical nightmare. But it's available. It's available to watch. It is not a so bad it's good movie. It's bad. It's bad. There were a lot of technical issues. It was just bad. I'm just happy that I was able to help push it. I was doing a friend a favor and just helping along.
One of those,
process.
Yeah, you did a thing though. Like you made a thing. Like
Made a thing. And we've got it. It's out there. It's out in the abyss. You can find it if you really wanted to. I don't recommend it, but you can. It's real. I mean, it's really bad. Like if you guys want to get super inebriated, like borderline passed out, put it on. It'd be worth it at that point.
All right.
But other than that, yeah, no. I really love live performance. So I grew up a theater kid. So like doing like the music stuff has been kind of the thing, because it's like, yeah, I can write music and I can now get on a stage and like do the whole shtick and like do my thing in front of people now.
Let's talk about that. So what's the name of your music project? It seems like, in fact, when Chris mentioned that he knew you, he's like, yeah, he's into this nerd rap thing, and I was like, what? And I was like, is that a genre? And he was like, I don't know if it's been a genre or if it's one that Ryan defined, but like that's what he refers to it as. So yeah, just talk us through your music project, man.
Yeah. So like I told you guys I was in a punk band for like 8 years, and when we got to college, we kind of broke up. Like I played drums in that band, loved it so much, but I was like, dude, working with a band is fucking hard. So my hat goes off to anybody who's ever in a band, because it's not
hard.
easy. You have a lot of creative people trying to get on the same page, and it's tough. So I saw this guy named MC Lars. MC Lars is a nerdcore. It's nerdcore hip hop. It was developed by a guy named MC Frontalot. MC Frontalot coined the phrase, the term nerdcore, where it's just people rapping about nerdy stuff. And I was like, I saw him perform. He opened for Bowling for Soup and American Hi-Fi on a tour. If that tells you like where we're going. I mean, American Hi-Fi and Bowling for Soup, like at a 2,000 cap venue, like very
American Hi-Fi. I remember exactly what the CD looks like.
Oh yeah, it was black with a cassette tape on it.
Man.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that band.
Me too.
I mean, Bowling for Soup, of course, yeah, but
their lead singer is the drummer for Miley Cyrus. Fun fact, just letting you guys know that.
Bowling for Soup? Or
No,
American
Hi-Fi.
Okay.
I was going to say,
his name is
what?
Stacy. Yeah, yeah. Music trivia next time. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
It's not Stacy, Ryan. It's to see. Okay.
So it's to see. It's to see.
It's to see.
Yeah, it's to see.
We have to introduce the drummers properly.
But no, MC Lars got up there with like it was a laptop. His first EP was called Laptop Rap, and he basically had beats, and he rapped over these beats. And he was focused on like Edgar Allan Poe stuff. His big song was called The Raven, and The Raven was all about the Edgar Allan Poe, poem. It was really cool, and I was like, holy shit, this guy just like made beats on a computer and rapped over them. And I was like I've got an Apple computer from college, like I'm gonna try this shit. So I just made some beats on Bandcamp and kind of did a silly thing, and I've been doing it for 16 years now. After COVID hit, like I came out with some new records, and now it's just kind of taken off a life on its own. For 10 years, I did this charity event called the Huge Holiday Show. My performance name is Huge, and I would headline the show every year, but I would bring out like F-list actors and stuff. Like, so I had you guys watched Nickelodeon back in the day, right?
Oh yeah,
of course.
So I would do these deep dives. This started in like 2012, and then I think I hit my 10 years because of COVID was like in 2022, 23 is when I stopped. I had Phil Moore. Phil Moore was the host of a game show called Nick Arcade on Nickelodeon.
Dude, yeah,
I'm familiar. We recreated Nick Arcade, and he hosted the game show at one of my events.
How'd you get connected with him?
Dude, this was Facebook. Like I just found I found him on like social media and just kind of like hit him up, and yeah, it all worked out. Lori Beth Denberg from All That.
Dude, yeah.
She came out to you?
Dude, she calls me. She calls me on the phone. Like, hey, what's up?
Dude.
Like, how you doing? Like, yeah.
That is incredible.
That is one of like when I am old and decrepit and dying and feeble and arthritic and nothing's left in my brain. That is a person I will remember.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy because
like her face shot to my mind instantly when you said her name.
And the voices she would do and stuff.
Yes.
That's so cool. That is
cool.
It was like working with her was awesome. There's some nerdcore rappers, Schaefer the Dark Lord, Mega Ran. Mega Ran is a nerdcore rapper who just got nominated for a Grammy for Best Children's Record. He kind of pivoted a little bit.
Wow.
He said that he got endorsed by Capcom because he rapped about Mega Man so much.
Oh shit.
And so Capcom came to him and said, yo, we actually like what you're doing. We're not going to tell you to stop. You can keep doing it. And here's a free, but come and meet us. Like, let's have a meeting. Like, so this dude's legit. He did a couple of the shows. If you're WWE fans, I had Virgil, the Lonely Virgil from He came out from Pittsburgh, Ted DiBiase's sidekick. He came out and I fed him a bunch of spaghetti when he came out.
Man.
I have to ask this question. Do you know the band Gil Mantera?
No, I don't. I thought I knew what you were going to say. I thought I knew what you were going to say, and I didn't.
Because so they're a Youngstown bred music act, but similar stuff to like what you wear and stuff on stage. Okay. They do the same kind of thing. They actually take it to a little bit of a weirder destination. Probably back in the day.
Gil Mantera, do they still play?
So they just did a reunion show. They've been broken up, I don't know, for 10 years, let's say.
Okay.
And they just did a reunion show a couple months ago. Yeah. We went with friends. It was never really our thing growing up, but they are one of one. They're Jamie, I think, said that while we were watching them. He's like, these guys are one of one. So like it or not like it, they're incredibly unique.
Yeah, it's like I couldn't see myself listening to it in the car necessarily.
By yourself.
Yeah, right. But like seeing them in concert is amazing.
It's fun.
It's an experience. Yeah.
Totally.
You're there for the performance.
And when you're there, the music's fucking great. Like you're vibing, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's just, it's more of a live thing to me than it is a recorded thing. But either way, there's people that love them. We saw grown men crying at this show. But I think
that one dude was like, I drove here from St. Louis. I was like, you drove from
like
St.
9
Louis
hours?
to here?
Yeah. But they do this thing where they slowly throughout the show get more and more naked.
Oh yeah,
and like
I love
by
that.
the end, they're both in their like,
it's like
bikini briefs.
Yeah. Let's go.
Why would
let's
a person not do that?
And so they slowly, like you'll notice one song, like midway through the song, a belt gets undone, and then people start cheering, and then as the hips gyrate more, the belt starts coming, the pants start going down, and now that like the crowd is in like a upheaval, it's incredible.
And then they'll be like, "Did I hear you start a chant of 'Take It Off'?" Which is like prompting the crowd to then chant it, and then they do, and so it's kind of fun like that. But like, so do you still perform? Seems you still
yeah.
record.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's like it's hot right now. I'm having the time of my life right now. I perform
Dude.
with a good friend of mine. His name's AJB and Axe. Like sometimes they both can come to shows. Sometimes one of them. Sometimes both of them. And like we just do a nice 30-40 minute set. Sometimes we'll do costume changes. I perform in a blue Speedo sometimes. So like on, bigger shows, I'll come out in like a blue kimono and a Speedo and just rap. I mean, there's no reason or anything behind it. That's just kind of the getup. It's an act it's bizarre. I think the feedback that I get most often from like a show, I'm up there rapping about food. Half priced apps is a song. Hummus on a cracker is a song about a bad rapper about rapping presents, but it's truly a double entendre about me not actually being a good rapper anyway. Like there's so many like just bizarre songs. Some of them are super family friendly. Some of them are definitely not family friendly at all. And I like people walking away from one of my shows going, what the fuck? What the fuck did I just watch? What was that? And it's great. I love it like that. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't need you to say like your songs are amazing and you're super talented. Fuck off with that. Like, no, I don't need you to say that. I just need you to say, what the fuck was that? Like, why? Why?
And like
that's
I
all
had
need.
a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Had a good
Did
time.
you have fun?
Yeah. And it's definitely been the Hummus on a Cracker is the newest track that I released earlier this year. And then before that, there's a really fun song called Blow about cleaning, your cartridge gaming consoles, but it's like an overly sexualized song about cleaning your gaming consoles, just blowing in them. And then the Super Toy Run's one of my favorite songs. It's about the Nickelodeon Super Toy Run. And it's about like I always wanted to participate in that, where you had the grocery cart and you'd go to the Toys R Us and you would just take all the toys.
Could you imagine?
God,
Growing up,
dude.
that was the dream.
That
truly
honestly was the dream.
That was
the dream. Yeah.
And that song, it's one of my favorite songs that I get to perform that I've written. And that is like every time I perform the song, it just gets me so hyped because it's like I call out all those like nostalgic games like Mr. Bucket. I call out Mr. Bucket, like bikes and Power Rangers action figures, creepy crawlers, like all those things. Like it's a really, really fun tune.
If you can't smell a creepy crawler by hearing the word creepy crawler, then you're not a person I know.
It's burnt. It's just burning, nasty. What the hell?
Talk about microplastics.
Oh my God. Think of that.
We are large plastics now, just all of us. Also, I just want to point out to the listeners that this isn't you playing at like the local fireman's hall. That you've played fucking Riot Fest.
Yeah.
Like this is incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Like what is that? How does that happen? Does Riot Fest call you? Do they send you an email like, hey, we like what you're throwing down?
I got an email. That
is awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that's incredible.
It's cool, man. It was really cool.
Have you just done 1 year?
I've done 1 year. I hope that there will be more. I told the guys like I tried to loop in everybody who's been involved with Huge over the years. I tried to loop everybody in to do that one performance with me, and I told them all, I was like, dude, this is it. Like, this is the one. This is the one, man. This is not happening again.
Yeah, we don't get opportunities like this.
This isn't gonna. Yeah. We're doing the main stage. We did the main.
Is that what you did? The main stage? Holy shit, dude.
We opened up the show on Sunday on the main stage.
Wow.
And it was so funny because my show is on an iPad. Like that's it. Like that's it. Like there's a cable. Like that's it. It's on an iPad. And I remember the sound tech coming up to me. It was about 30 minutes before the show. And he's like, they're so professional, dude. I mean, like these guys are on their shit.
That main stage, dude.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. He's like,
talking to Daryl Palumbo like a couple hours earlier, like, all right, Glassjaw, you haven't played in like 11 years, and now I got to do your sound. Yeah.
Right. So he comes up to me. He's like, what do you need? And I just held up this laptop and my cable. And I said, I just need these to go into your DI boxes. That's it. It's very simple. And I thought the guy was going to cry because it was raining. It was cold. And he was like, you have no idea what it was like getting here at 3 a.m. and loading in Guar and Rob Zombie for this stage. And you're telling me that all you got to do is put this and this. And it was cool because, like, you got to see, like, Guar's backline, like, Rob Zombie's backline. It was all, like, fucking there. And, like, these guys are pros. Like, their shit was
we were absolutely there. A year we were there. Rob Zombie played, Guar played, for sure.
We've seen the guy. I think Guar plays every fucking year.
But him saying the raining, dude, that had to be when Brand New was there and they played out in the rain. That second year we went, that's got to be the year.
What year did you play? Do you remember?
Oh, it's last year.
Oh,
was last year.
last year. No, we were
Yeah, it was
not
last
there.
year.
Definitely, yeah. Like I
It was last
said,
year.
so 2000,
So
like
24.
14. Perfect.
2024.
That is honestly that is the coolest thing.
Yeah,
That is the coolest thing.
I can't even imagine.
Slayer was on the stage next to me, like Slayer.
So
I was
do you
in-
get to
I was
hang
in a
out
Forbes-
backstage and shit?
Fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah.
I was in a Forbes magazine article with Rob Zombie and Guar and Slayer all in the headline, and it was like Slayer, Rob Zombie, Guar, Huge, like on the Forbes,
Dude, that is
Forbes article. Like it was nuts, man. It was crazy.
That's incredible.
that really
crazy.
is badass.
It was
Woo.
crazy. For
That
like,
is.
I mean, nerdcore, like no one, like you guys had said, like no one really, you don't really hear about it. And so it was it was a cool opportunity to kind of be showcased. Like, dude, there is a whole subgenre. It's cool. Like there is a rapper. I want to give this guy a shout out. He's amazing. There's a song on his Bandcamp. Okay. There's a song on his Bandcamp, and it literally is called it's like download this song for free. The song costs $1,000. Okay. To purchase it, it's $1,000. When you stream it and listen to the song, it tells you how to hack the website to download it for free. So he walks you through hacking the website to get a free download. And
That's a really funny concept.
It's totally incredible. But yeah, like there's it's a whole subgenre of people like MC Frontalot, Mega Ran, Schaefer the Dark Lord, MC Lars, MC Chris. MC Chris is probably one of the most well known. He was the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I was going to say Adult Swim guy, right? Yeah.
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 He's probably the most famous, like out of all of them. But yeah.
Oh, he was the Aqua Teen guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want candy, bubblegum, and taffy.
Yeah.
Head to the sweet shop with my sweetheart Sandy. I'm a penny
That's
safe because
it.
I'm a sugar daddy. Yeah. There it is.
Wow.
That's it.
Well,
Get you at Ride Fest.
do you need me for any upcoming shows? Because I came from deep. I can't tell you the
Put you in a green Speedo?
27th president of the United States, but I know that, so that's good. Nice and useless. So, but Ryan, where can people find your music and any upcoming shows that you want to plug?
Yeah, Huge, HUGEEUGE. All streaming services, Instagram, Huge Official. It's everything. If you Google it, because of Riot Fest,
It's really good, by the
Googleable.
way. It's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if you're good,
No, I
with
mean that's
it,
legit. Yeah.
if you're good with it, Ryan, not to put you on the spot, we can cut this out if your answer is no. But I figured we could take the episode out with one of your songs. You good with that?
Do that. It
We'll
would be better. Like I'm kind of like you've heard me coughing. I'm kind of scratchy. Play a track, any track you want.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah. No, I'm gonna.
play a
I'll
track.
put it in after the fact.
Yeah, dude, throw on Super Toy Run. That's
All
one
right,
of my
perfect,
favorites. I love that song.
We'll see it out with that. But before we wrap, though, anything on the
Before we wrap,
before we nerd wrap
You're just punning all over the place.
on
tonight.
accident
Yeah.
too.
Sure it is.
Yeah, I have. Don't worry, I don't have
Yeah,
like
you have a
20
book of
puns
fucking
written here. Yeah.
puns.
Before we wrap with a W, anything interesting you want to plug related to Thankskilling? Anything you might want to allude to?
So one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about, and it is in my world a huge part of the Thankskilling experience. Jordan Downey and Kevin Stewart brought us Thankskilling, and they brought us Thankskilling 3. People didn't really like Thankskilling 3 a whole lot. I thought it was really fun. If you do drugs, I think Thankskilling 3 is a lot of fun. I think a lot of things are really fun that aren't normally fun if you do a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
They flexed on Thankskilling 3 to show like what they can do. And it's beautiful. It is really cool what they did with that film. And I
Thou
do love
shalt not peck.
it. Dude, it's got the one-liners. I think people wanted more of the Thankskilling rather than something a little beefed up. But I digress. I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. The fans just didn't. Go check out everything that Kevin, Jordan do, like The Headhunter. Go watch that if you haven't watched The Headhunter. Go
I love
watch
that movie. Yeah.
the newest VHS, or maybe it's the next newest now. I don't remember, but it's also on Shudder.
VHS Beyond.
Beyond.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember which segment was theirs.
The first one. The first
Okay.
one. With
Yeah,
it was the point of view, like it was almost like a video game.
Oh,
first
yes.
person shooter.
Yeah.
That was, and you could tell the
With
end.
like the aliens or monsters upstairs or whatever that was.
It was a fucking bird. It
That's
was like
right.
a fucking
the bird.
it was like
that weird bird thing. Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Like, I mean,
That was weird.
how
as fuck.
crazy is that shit? I
Yeah.
don't know. That
is
to me
insane.
is like
that was his. That's wild.
that's Jordan and Kevin. Yeah, that's theirs. It's the
Should have just been a
Thanksgiving
turkey up there. If you're gonna do a bird, might as well just do a turkey.
But
Talking
follow
shit
them.
up there.
They're doing
Come on up, Peckers.
But no, they're doing awesome stuff. Part of the Thankskilling like lore, you gotta see Thankskilling the musical. Thankskilling the musical, you can stream all the music like on the internet. You can watch it. It doesn't happen live much. They just did it in Nashville. It might still be going on right now. I'm not sure. This might be their closing weekend. I'm not sure. But we did Thankskilling the musical in Columbus, Ohio, 10 years ago next year. So it's like 9 years ago right now. All I'm going to say is just keep your eyes peeled. Follow me on social media.
All right.
I really want to bring Thankskilling the musical back to Columbus in some way, shape, or form. Follow me on social media in any way, shape, or form. Ryan Francis on Facebook. We can be friends on Mark Zuckerberg's on Meta.
Yep.
Or you can follow me on Instagram. I just started a TikTok. Do you guys have a TikTok?
We do.
We actually also just kind of started TikTok.
Yeah, a few months
It's weird. I feel like a boomer. I don't know what I'm doing. It's
totally
weird.
I think based off how old you said you were when you filmed Thankskilling, we're around the same age, so we're with you, and we are also late to TikTok, but we're like, hey, for the podcast, we should probably.
I still to this day throw up in my mouth a little bit when I say I saw this on TikTok.
Yeah. It hurts. It hurts.
Honestly, dude, it's like
I don't need TikTok, but I saw it on there.
Saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, follow the socials because like I'm hoping that something really cool is going to be coming next year. But we'll see. But yeah, I know that we're going to be closing this out soon. And like this conversation was harder to have than the JonBenet Ramsey case for sure.
Based on social media, you have a big event coming up that you do yearly. The Thankskilling, what do you call it? 3? This is the 3rd one, right? I assume.
So it's not my event. There are a bunch of like satanic death metal bands that get together in Wapakoneta, Ohio, that they play death metal, very heavy shit in Little Wapak, Ohio. And it's called Thankskilling Feast. And it's their 3rd year doing it. And I'm going to open up the show, but I'm going to be there to like meet people and stuff. That's happening November 22nd. And it's a very
did you
little
say they
town.
have the movie playing in the background the whole time?
Movie will be playing in the background the whole time.
Dude, that's cool as hell. So death metal with Thankskilling. Yeah.
Where's Wapakoneta? Is it
Wapakoneta? It's north of Dayton. It's like north. It's like northwest of Columbus by about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So like north of Dayton by an hour, and then northwest. It's south of Toledo by an hour. So like it's in between Dayton and Toledo.
That sounds like a great time. Just drinking beers, watching death metal, and watching Thankskilling go on in the background. Yeah.
Dude,
BYOB,
absolutely.
so you don't have to pay a bartender. Like, boom.
Wow, even better, dude.
Bring a 6-pack and come and hang out. Yeah,
no
so
tips.
I caught wind of their show, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was like, guys, like, I'll come out and hang out.
Do you guys know who the fuck I am?
Yeah, it was kind of one of those things. Like, I'm local. I just want to let you know, and I'd be happy to come out. And then they invited us to do a set, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy. You want a bunch of dudes in Speedos to join a lineup of like super serious satanic death metal bands. I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it.
That's so cool. Yeah. It's like Gail going to the Stabathon.
Oh, and she's like bobbing her head as she's walking through.
Right.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us, man. This was a blast.
Dude, great time.
Let's do a couple things. So whenever news might break about a thing that may happen next year, we've got family down in Columbus. We've got friends down in Columbus. So we'd love to sync up and come check out the musical if it's going to be reprised by your presence. That would be fantastic. And maybe in March, we're going to be at Horror Hound. We always go down there. So maybe you should go and we can meet up and we'll find the showrunners and bully them into getting you a table there for the following year. I'm down to.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm down.
Be the muscle on that.
Let's do it.
Yeah. But thank you, man. This was fantastic. This was a blast. Really fun conversation. I know people probably got a ton of fun stuff from this. So thank you. And is there something witty to end on? Like,
yeah, gobble gobble, motherfucker.
That's it. That's the one.
There we go.
Or dads, I did crack the code. I cracked the code. Like seriously.
I crashed
Sloshy, Sloshy, Bigunde Ka, Krybosh, Sholash, Karima, Festo. Boom. We done. Invisibility cloak gone.
But seriously, mic dropped. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Huge! H-A-B and X! Yeah! Let's kick it! Fuck. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hey, motherfucker, put hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. interested. Gotta grab a snack, one that I can't live without. But I gotta ask, have you had a chickpea in your mouth? Lots of different brands, lots of different flavors. Lots of healthy things in my mouth I can savor. Get your pita bread and come over to my house. Also bring some weed, it's the stuff I can't pronounce. You say what you want, but nobody even asked you. Pine nuts, almonds, peanuts, and even cashews. If eating meat products is a cause for disaster, tough motherfucker, eat hummus on a cracker.
Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hey, motherfucker, put hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hey, motherfucker, put hummus on a cracker.
I'm getting hummus. If you don't like it, you are not among us. You're sus, you're just a hummus cracker hating fiend, getting mean, being whack, feeling salty by my saltine. I'm talking rosemary Triscuit, chicken and a biscuit. I might even slam a graham cracker, I'll risk it. As a vehicle for smashed up beanies, mixed with lemon juice and tahini. I like the taste of those little tiny chickpeas. If you're not on board with that, back away, bitch, please. I could take another handful of whole fisties. Entertainment crackers have the factors that I just need. Black Eyed Peas could sing us a song. Chickpeas can't, but they can hum us one. That's not my favorite joke, that's the dumbest one. But I'ma stage it right fest and it's fucking awesome.
Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hey, motherfucker, put hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hummus on a cracker. Hey, motherfucker, put hummus on a cracker.
I'ma tell you where my hummus wanna be. On a cracker that's crunchy and buttery. A club or a Ritz, yo, that's my shit. Give me that tub of hummus back right quick. I'ma snatch it, smash it, keep on snacking. Got some dripping off of my fat chin, eating and rapping. That's what's happening. Somebody please just pass me a napkin. I'm messy, eating feelings when I get depressy. Belt buckle busting, it's disgusting. Trust me, you really don't wanna see it. Hair everywhere, fat Jesus is in, believe it. And if you're a skeptic, today is the day that you learn your lesson. Don't try to test me. If this were wrestling, I'd have you pinned in a second. Yes, it's
Hummus on a